Hello, brewery leaders. I'm really excited to introduce you to another offer, which is our analytics assessment tool, and it's designed specifically for breweries just like yours. It'll help you master the data analytics initiatives just like you've mastered brewing great beers. Why an assessment, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. Similar to if you were going to brew a new beer, you wouldn't just throw in the hops, malt, and yeast all haphazardly, right? You need the right amount of each ingredient at the right time to create that perfect brew. You need a thoughtful plan. Same goes for data and analytics initiatives and strategy. You need to understand where you currently are, what you do good, and where you need to turn up the heat a little bit. So you need to have that same type of plan. So let me show you a great way to help develop a plan. I'll give you a quick rundown of how this works. We'll walk through some examples, and then I'll let you go on your way. That all sound good? Great. First, you're going to receive a 20-topic, easy-to-understand questionnaire. You're going to fill that out and send it back to me. The first section is on different aspects of data culture. So we have a few questions on people, plan, process, performance, all around how your brewery team uses your analytics platform today. The second section is going to dive into a little bit more about how you use analytics in specific initiatives or use cases. So we're going to see how you use it in sales, marketing, operations, finance, and there's a few more categories also. Each of these, you're going to rate how well you currently use it, and then how important is that initiative to your business. So maybe you don't track marketing initiatives very well, but also that's not important to your business. So that's fine. You mark those accordingly and then move on to the next question. So fill that out. Ideally, you can do it with your team so you get a few different viewpoints, and then send it back to me. What I'm going to do is then when I get it back, a little analytics magic, and we're going to create a really good dashboard that's going to present this information to you in an easy to understand way. So let me walk through that real quick. Okay, so here's what that dashboard looks like. I'm going to go through it really briefly now, but if you do sign up for this offer, I'll give you a more detailed explanation on exactly how to read through this. But the basic idea is you can see it basically takes those 20 questions and it helps us diagnose each one of them on how well did you agree with the statement and how important is it to you? And it's going to group them into different categories. It's going to identify some things you're doing really well, some things that can use some work and should be a priority because they're important to you, but you don't do well. There's going to be some other ones that you should continue to improve. And then finally, we're going to see some that are a low priority and you don't need to focus on at all right now. So I think that should be a good way for you to get a good visual representation of the results of your survey. And then we're also going to send you a written report, which is going to be personalized to your strengths and weaknesses and give you a good feel what some next steps might be. So let me pop one of those open so you can take a look at it too. So here's an example of that report. First, we'll just give you a quick introduction on top so you know what's going on. Next, we're going to review each of the things that's going well, and that's going to be something you scored as high agreement and high importance. It'll give a few sentences on each one of these topics. And then I think more importantly, you're going to get a link to either a blog post or an example. So even though you're doing some of these things well, if you want to see how you can improve it or some other ideas on it, go ahead and click those links to get some of those additional resources. But the more important area, I think, is going to be down here in areas to improve. So again, you can read through some of these and get an idea of what you can improve. But then more importantly, these links are going to give you much deeper information on that area. So that's going to be a great resource for you as you're looking for things you want to prioritize in your analytics journeys. Okay, so this analytics assessment is really going to be your map to navigate the landscape of data and analytics more effectively. It'll help you stay focused on what's most critical and impactful and avoid any haphazard attention or knee-jerk reactions you might have had in the past to kind of chasing the flavor of the month when it comes to data or analytics, which a lot of times leads to frustrating and poor results. So this assessment is going to be your kind of first step in your journey to developing a great data and analytics plan. It helps set the foundation for future data and analytics initiatives, making sure your journey is smooth and impactful. So you ready to take the leap? Please hit the button below, sign up. I'll send you the assessment form. You send it back to me, and then in just 2 days, you're going to get those results. We also have an upgrade you can add, and that'll be with me partnering with your team, and let's do a live review of the results together so we can really pinpoint what some of your next steps on your journey might be. So here's to brewing with passion and precision, all empowered by data. Cheers.